welcome to CWC Daily for April 7, 2024. We got a loaded show for you today. Kevin Owens' scary injury update, Chris Jericho teasing a return to WWE, and Rusev WrestleMania speculation, and oh yeah, Charlotte Flair just found out what happens when you play Mean Girl with a Gen Z baddie. I am your host, the Notorious Dirty D, joined as always by the Queen of Casual Level Up, Lauren.
What's up, y'all?
We are bringing you one hot take, some Discord chaos, and the wrestling headlines you actually care about. All of that with the casual flavor you know and love. If you're feeling the vibes, like, subscribe, and drop a comment below, and hit up the Casual Wrestling Discord. We don't gatekeep, we just have lots of fun in there. If you've got a hot take or a show idea, hit the comments, the Discord, or email us at questions@casualwrestling.com. Today's episode is brought to you by the Casual Wrestling merch store. We will plug that heat later. For now, Lauren, we learned a very valuable lesson on Friday, okay? I want you and everybody listening, and Charlotte Flair, most importantly, I want everybody to listen to what I'm about to say, okay? If one fucketh aroundeth, one fucking find out, okay? Mm-hmm. If you fuck around, you shall indeed find the fuck out.
Findeth out.
Charlotte Flair, this next 2 minutes, I'm talking directly to you. You tried to big league Tiffany Stratton, and you caught the full effects of what Tiffany Stratton's new finishing move should be, the karma driver. Straight to the face. When you should have been showing leadership, Charlotte Flair, when you should have been passing a torch to the new, younger version of yourself, you decided to go into business and you tried to smother Tiffany Stratton's torch. You interrupted our Tiffy time. You talked over our Tiffy time. And you tried to flex your muscles over our Tiffy time like the spotlight only belongs to you. But guess what, Charlotte? Tiffany Stratton knows how to clap back. And Daddy Vince McMahon, he's not here to save you anymore. And now you've got the IWC running around because the IWC hates when somebody mainstream like Tiffany Stratton gets a good shot in. The IWC is running around like Tiffany Stratton just kicked Charlotte Flair's dog in the face. Like, oh no, she got personal. She talked about her personal life. Boo-hoo. Let's keep it real. You want to keep it real, Lauren? Let's keep it real, okay?
Keep it real with me.
Charlotte Flair came after Tiffany Stratton's paycheck, her livelihood. That's not wrestling psychology. That's bag sabotage. She's trying to affect the bottom line of Tiffany Stratton's paycheck. And when you fuck with someone's livelihood, Charlotte, you get the smoke. Mm-hmm. Go ask the Street Profits. You get the smoke. That's period. That's end of story. And let's not pretend, guys. Stop pretending like this is new behavior from Charlotte Flair. Go ask Rhea Ripley. Go ask Asuka. Go ask Becky Lynch. She's made a career out of acting like she's the only woman that's allowed to be over. Don't pretend like you came back to elevate Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte only came back to remind us that she thinks she runs the division. This whole queen gimmick is starting to feel narcissistic. I think she believes she's a fucking queen. And look, we can give her flowers, okay? You're a legend, Charlotte Flair. You're one of the best in the ring at all time. No one will ever dispute that. But the difference in the ones who become immortal is they build. They mentor, like John Cena, like these other wrestlers who have come back and given back to the business instead of trying to hoard it for themselves. The immortals, they lift up others. And you, Charlotte Flair, You tried to bury somebody who was actually establishing a connection with the fans in 2025. Tiffany Stratton's 25 years old, Lauren.
I know.
Of course she's going to fire back and be petty. That's what fucking 25-year-olds do. They talk their shit. That doesn't make her unprofessional. That makes her real. All these people sat around, Lauren, for the last couple weeks and talked shit. I saw it everywhere. Tiffany's not as good as we thought she was. Is it possible that Tiffany's boring? Then all of a sudden, Tiffany Stratton wakes the fuck up and sets the world on fire. And now the IWC, once again, the White Knights running to fucking save Charlotte. Oh, you can't talk about... Yeah, you fucking can. You can. And all of a sudden, Tiffany Stratton is dangerous. All of a sudden, for the first time in Charlotte Flair's career, she got checked into the wall. Like in hockey, she got checked into the wall. Charlotte Flair was not disrespected. She got checked on her bullshit. That's not drama. That's not a low blow. That's called fucking karma. So correct me if I'm wrong. You tell me, right, Lauren? But we're Team Tiffany in this building, right?
Oh, I am Team Tiffy all the way. I said last week that the way that she disrespected her, she was going to come clapping back, and she did. She was trying to be respectful the first time. That's why she didn't give her all. And then I'm sure Ludwig Kaiser went back there and was like, hey, babe, you gotta answer back to her. And she's probably like telling him, I want to say this and I want to say that. And he was like, no, fuck it. Let it fly. She wants to disrespect you, disrespect her back. I'm sorry. Somebody punches me in the face, I'm going to punch them back twice as hard.
Fuck yeah. And I don't, and there's no rules. There's no respect goes out the window at that point. Yeah. Here's the problem. This is what everybody wants to fucking forget. They sat down for the initial promo battle. And Tiffany Stratton came into that situation with a team player's mentality.
Yeah.
We're going to go back and forth. We're going to get our shots in. But we're building towards a story at WrestleMania. It was Charlotte Flair who decided to start using these sneaky, underhanded, and not wrestling heel, but this is real life heel mentality
it's like
bullshit.
Girl heel. Like,
yeah.
Us girls know what the fuck is up.
Yes.
We know what your underhanded tones are. The guys might see it as something different, but like, no, we see each other. So I think Tiffany's 100% justified in what she did, how she handled it. Like, I saw the Charlotte interview, and for a minute I was like, oh, I kind of feel sorry for you.
You're talking about the Sherry Shepherd interview.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did.
So I'm not even there yet. I'm still talking about, this is day one sit down, Tiffany and Charlotte. After Charlotte has gotten over 3 or 4 times, the story on wrestling television was Charlotte keeps getting over. When's Tiffany gonna get her clap back? And Tiffany was taking it because that's what the babyface does, right? The heel is building up we talk about it, storytelling.
Yeah.
The heel is building up the tension, which then should be released by the babyface at some point by overcoming the big bad heel. But it felt like to me that Charlotte wasn't building tension. Charlotte was deliberately trying to stop this surgence of popularity with Tiffany Stratton, and she was trying to make her look like a fool in that first interview. And I guarantee what you said is 100% right. She got up from that interview so fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
At 25 years old. And she probably ran to either Triple H or her boyfriend and said, this is bullshit.
She said, that bitch. I can't believe that she did that to me. I respected her. I looked up to her. I can't believe that. That's what happened.
And I guarantee you the conversation, because if it was me, goes, oh, we got something for that. We got something for that, right? This bitch with this messy ass life is going to try and take underhand, come after your bag. No.
Don't throw stones at glass houses. Is that what they say? Or stones at houses or something?
Now, I understand the argument, right? I get there's a certain subsection that says, well, that's Charlotte doing that. That's not Ashley. Ashley is, or I guess her real name, right?
Yeah.
But I don't believe that, because it was Ashley who decided to go into business for herself at WrestleMania. Charlotte gets to be a bad guy. She gets to be a heel. And if you stay within the kind of rules and parameters set up to be a heel, and your job is to make the babyface look defeated, not weak. You're not supposed to break them down to a point where they can't come back. And what she did was she pinned Tiffany Stratton into a corner where it became, the conversation was, every community was doing this. Tiffany Stratton's vanilla. I'm not sure how I feel about this story or this feud. And it's because Tiffany was playing by the rules and Charlotte wasn't. And so it became this like, well, I don't know if she's on Charlotte's level. And so then Charlotte kind of builds this mentality. I can bully this poor young girl.
Yeah.
That's not what fucking happened, right? We said this on this show. You were the first person to say it. I co-signed it and took it farther, but you said it. She's going to reload, and it's not going to be the same when hey, we fucking warned everybody about this.
Yeah, for sure.
And guess what happened, guys? She reloaded. She had all of that in the chamber. Pop, 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 pop. And then the other thing that I dislike is Charlotte there's nothing more annoying than somebody who is, you talk about breaking the fourth wall, right? Because that's the whole thing. She broke the fourth wall. Charlotte started breaking the fourth wall when she tries to act like the boos that she's getting are in some way indicative of like her popular. Listen to how they boo me
because power.
Because they love me so much. No. They're booing because they don't like you. It is some go away heat. It is some genuine heat. You are a good bad guy. But if you don't use that to further the storyline and you try to make it seem like I'm so much better than the person I'm standing across from, this is almost demeaning, you get what the fuck you get. I'm with you 100%. She took the first swing. Unfortunately, your first shot in that sit-down interview, it was, if you're going to hit me, you better knock me the fuck out, right? And that first one didn't knock Tiffany Stratton the fuck out. You just woke her up. I think it's either Sugar Sean or Patty the Baddie Pimblett from UFC always talks about interviews. It takes one punch to wake me up, and everybody's like, "That's not good. You don't need to get punched to wake up."
Sean.
It might be right.
Yeah.
It takes one good shot to wake me up. Hey man, Charlotte, you woke Tiffany Stratton up. Now you got to deal with a 25-year-old who clearly is not afraid to go there. Now, hopefully Triple H reels this in, right? Hopefully that was it.
That was intense, like literally intense.
Because I do blame WWE. You can't let them keep going out there and gunslinging.
They were real emotions.
Both of them need a good fucking stern talking to, right? It's when they come to the back. Number one, Charlotte needs the biggest. Hey, fuck around and find out. All right? You've learned she's a rattlesnake. She will bite back if you put her in a corner, right? Tiffany, you got it in, right? Let's get back now to you guys. You've put some heat. You've put some eyeballs on this story, which is great, right? This is wrestling. That's what we want. Now let's reel it back in. Let's control these shots at each other, because the worst thing that can happen is if they get into the ring again and it just gets super messy, I'm going to blame both sides next time, right? This was punch from Charlotte, counter punch from Tiffany. We got it out of our system. We're all adults now.
Let's move on.
Let's work towards a goal of creating the best WrestleMania we can, because now everybody's paying attention.
I also have a question. And
Sure.
This is like girl mind,
Sure.
right? Do they not decide like what the costumes are beforehand? Because clearly they were both like on the same mindset of what they were going to wear. Maybe they were meant to wear matching outfits. This is what I think. Tiffany posted that on social media, and I think Charlotte, in all of her narcissism, was like, I can wear something just like that better. And no. I didn't know that. Okay?
I believe that's what happened.
Tiffany
That's just
Stratton's
me going off
outfit clearly reminded me of Sabrina Carpenter, who's like very popular right now, esque outfit, right? Charlotte Flair went and like, I don't want to be mean, like she aged it up a little bit. It was still cool, but like, why would you do it? Do your own thing. That's like not who you are. And so it didn't fit the outfit.
Let's go farther. Let's go farther than that, right? We're
talking
about this. We're talking about this right now. And the argument from the IWC is that like Tiffany went too far. Tiffany's 25 years old. Think about your mentality with 20. Charlotte's almost 40. She's an adult. She's a grown woman. She shouldn't be. There's too many times that Charlotte's gotten involved. Think back to when Nia Jax slapped the shit out of her in the ring. Obviously, because Nia Jax didn't like something about what was going on.
Yeah.
Think back to when Charlotte was petty and threw the belt at Becky Lynch's feet. Like, there is a history of these moments. Think when Rhea Ripley's first WrestleMania, Charlotte put a halt to that. You got to bet that Charlotte wanted to be the one to beat Rhea, right? Same with Asuka, had some streak going, and Charlotte was the one to break that. It just always feels like Charlotte is a moment stopper, and clearly Tiffany
Stealing
feels that way.
somebody's outfit is like a big deal in girl world. So I mean, I didn't know that,
But I think it's even worse than that. I think there is a narcissism with Charlotte Flair that she goes, I look better than Tiffany Stratton. And I don't know what fucking delusional world she lives in, but like the whole Kaiser's in my DMs. You said it earlier. There's not one fucking girl or guy that believes that to be true. And it's not meant, this doesn't have to be nasty towards Charlotte because it's going to end up getting where we talk shit about Charlotte.
I don't want to talk shit about her.
But
great for you, lady. But like, don't do those underhanded things, and then don't expect for there to be a response.
And then when you say something stupid like that, what Tiffany said, even though it was disrespectful, was all true.
Yeah.
Kaiser's not in your DMs. Like, you don't go from Tiffany Stratton to Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I saw somebody say something along the lines of like, he's the only guy that's ever been accused of cheating that nobody even doubted it wasn't true.
There's no doubt. And it's not. Once again, it's not. It just is what it is. I don't want to go deeper.
It's Tiffy time. It's Tiffy time.
It is Tiffy time.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is, unfortunately. All right, let's switch gears a little bit, Lauren. I want to talk about something. Shout out to everybody in the Discord who joined We Too Deep's NCAA bracket. He organized a NCAA college basketball bracket. Shout out to everybody who decided to join that this year. You're real. You're the real ones, right? But once again, we got to talk, okay?
Okay.
I've already bagged the Royal Rumble Snuggles Prediction Championship this year. I got the banner on the wall to prove it, okay?
Yes.
Now, I'm gunning for this one because in true fashion, once again, the only person to pick the University of Houston, the dogs, right? The Cougs, man. They are some dogs. That game, Lauren, yesterday was absolutely insane. You want to talk about defense? These dudes, in the last minute, in about 20 seconds of that game, they put the clamps down on the Duke Blue Devils. Like, crazy. They had them sweating. They were sweating worse than Roman Reigns was sweating when Paul Heyman told him, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Mm-hmm. Okay? So I know you needed Auburn. And we sat we were at like a trampoline park with our kids, and we sat and we watched that Auburn game, and unfortunately, Auburn didn't win. Okay, no. So you immediately got eliminated, right? Mm-hmm. But let's be honest.
Okay.
Let's be honest. Nobody else had the guts. Multiple people picked Florida. Okay? Mike picked Florida. We Too Deep picked Florida. They were fun to pick. People picked Duke. People picked Auburn. I'm the only person. Mm-hmm. The only person with the balls to pick the University of Houston, and it's paid off. And now, later tonight, we're going to see if University of Houston can complete. There's some dogs. It's going to look, man, they just don't quit. And just like Jey Uso, right? Only person who had the balls to pick Jey Uso in the Royal Rumble challenge, only person to pick the University of Houston. I'm going to put another banner up if I win, just so you know. Now, I may not win, and shout out to We Too Deep. If the University of Florida wins, man, it's been a good run. I will accept that you chose a front runner, and that's cool. Hey, good for you. But if the University of Houston wins, once again, I just got to know, like, how does it feel to be married to a clairvoyant? Because pretty much at this point, it's like I'm seeing visions of these things.
Well, I mean, like, if you're a winner, technically I'm a winner because I'm, like, married to you, so it's all good. But I also want to point out the fact that, like, as a woman who knows nothing about college basketball,
you were in it for a long time.
I still got maybe top 5. We'll see where I land. But I think I did pretty good. And let's not forget to mention, I got second place.
There was
in the fantasy football. I should have won fantasy football. No. I got that stolen from me.
Don't want to talk about fantasy football. Football's not my sport. I just cannot. I think I won one game in fantasy football.
I got second place as somebody who is not a fucking football expert.
That's true. But it's going to be crazy later tonight. Monday Night Raw, NCAA Finals. I got a lot to watch.
I'm rooting for you,
Lots of TV commitments from me tonight to watch.
Yep.
But let's talk about some things that happened, Lauren. Did you see the Kevin Owens news this week? Supposedly, the neck injury that he announced on SmackDown could be a 2 to 5 year like sit out time.
Ooh.
That's what PW Insider is saying.
Okay.
And he's 40 years old. He's my age, okay? Same age as me. He's been taking a lot of bumps in his career.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start asking the question. A guy like Kevin Owens, he doesn't take care of his body quite, and this is not disrespectful because I don't take care of my body. I'm probably equal to Kevin Owens, but he's not a Randy Orton. He's not. He's not some of these guys who are in prime physical shape.
Yeah.
A neck surgery for a guy like him, I don't know. Let's say now I've seen other conflicting reports that it's 18 months.
Yeah.
18 months is a little more doable, okay? But if we're really talking 2-3 years, does he do you
like a year
really
and a half. That's still a long time.
Well, 2 to 3 years, do you really want to come back at 43 years old? That means that's 3 years that you've just acquired rust. Is it really worth it? Or I mean, is there a chance that was the last we saw of Kevin Owens? That's scary to me.
Well, he kind of said it. He goes, I don't know if this is the last time I see him on the ring, right? Like, is WWE going to play him for all that time?
Yeah, I'm
Will
sure.
they still pay him under contract?
I'm sure they'll honor his contract. I'm sure 100% there is a job for him in Florida at NXT.
To train people and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
yeah.
why not transition into something like that that's like less, wear and tear on your body and stuff like that?
Well, because if you love wrestling, you love wrestling. There's nothing. I hope he comes back. He's my favorite wrestler of all time.
But what are the chances of you getting injured or something?
So
like
I don't know that that's the worry, right?
That
because
would be my worry, but I don't know. I'm like a worry person. So.
You have to assume that if the surgery does what the surgery is supposed to do, we've seen Paige come back, we've seen Edge come back, we've seen.
Is this a pretty common injury that
I
you
don't
got
know.
or something? We don't know what the injury is yet, right?
So they're saying from what I've read, this is just from what I've read from different media outlets, that it's similar to what the Viking Raider guy had. And he came back in about a year and a half.
Oh yes, the Raider of the Vikings, yes.
Yes. So I think that's what they're equating to. Now I don't know. I don't think there's really any information on it or other than it's just he has a neck injury, what he said. And the other thing I want to talk about is why did my man KO? KO is my guy. I want to say shout out to Kevin Owens, favorite wrestler of all time. I think I will argue intangibly that he is the best all-around professional wrestler of all time. When it comes to in-ring, when it comes to microphone, when it comes to intensity, never took a day off. I'll argue that. So shout out to Kevin Owens. He's my guy. But I got to ask, why did he have to go in on that poor guy in the crowd like that?
I don't know.
I get you're having a shitty day. I understand 100%. I've had shitty days.
What did the guy say? Do we know yet?
So I think the guy yelled, "You're still a piece of shit." Okay? And Kevin Owens turned around and he gave him the business like Kevin Owens does.
Business.
My only problem is with KO. Man, this guy don't know what's going on. This guy don't know. You are a piece of shit when it comes to who your character is on WWE TV. Your character has been a little bit of a piece of shit. Now, I've agreed with everything you've done. We've all said hashtag justice for KO, but a lot of people, a lot of the fans who don't have the same mentality tend to think that maybe Kevin Owens is a piece of shit. I will say there was not a moment in that segment where I was 100% sure this wasn't a work.
I was confused. I'm not going to lie. And so if I saw it, I would have been like, oh, like, is this real? Is this not real? Like, what's going on? So why is Randy here then? Like, why is he not like, hey, bro?
So if this poor guy in the crowd is referencing your character of Kevin Owens and you went in on him like that, man, I feel bad. Wrong place, wrong time. I don't blame Kevin Owens because you're having a shitty day, right? You've got to go out there and admit.
I still like you, KO.
Oh, I love KO. My favorite wrestler of all time. But you have to go out there and you have to, in front of, all your fans, go, we're 2 weeks out from WrestleMania. I'm sorry, I can't do this shit. I get it. That's maybe one of the worst days of your life. Understandable.
Yeah, that sucks.
But that poor fucker in the crowd who he went in on, I feel sorry for that guy. You'll love this, Lauren.
Okay.
Chris Jericho, who is 54 years old, get this, okay?
Okay.
Says that we cannot rule out a return at some point to WWE. Now, I don't even know, because Chris Jericho, Lauren, he's been the Lionheart. That's been a gimmick he's used. He's been the Painmaker. He's had a list. He's been the demo god. What's next? The grandpa Y2J? Like, at 54... it is absolutely insane that he is speaking about the future. Like, I mean, the end is nowhere near. And shout out to Chris Jericho. This is not meant to be hate or to laugh at it. At 54 years old, if his body feels that good, that he's going, hey, you can't rule out in the next 2 or 3 years. I mean, we've seen Sting do it. We've seen guys do it. But it's just absolutely insane to me that Chris Jericho at 54 years old is out here planning.
Do you think that there's a spot for him?
There's always a spot for Jericho. The internet loves to hate Chris Jericho. They love to talk shit. Jericho is on the shortest of short list as the GOAT of professional wrestling. Okay, nobody has reinvented themselves and made themselves more relevant in professional wrestling than Chris Jericho. So I don't want to hear the bullshit about like, is there a spot for? And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but I'm saying
Edge when he came back.
Not 54 years old.
Not 54? How old is he?
Edge is probably 40 something years old.
Oh, I thought he was pretty old.
No, Edge is in the CM Punk in them age range, I believe. Maybe a little older. Maybe I don't know.
All right, now I'm gonna look it up for you. That might be
weird because I may be way off on that. Edge may be closer to 50. Now that I think about it, I think you're probably right. But it just I think what it is that Jericho has been consistent. He didn't disappear and come back. So
51.
Okay, so he's 50. So that's not. I mean. But I guess we kind of feel like Edge is winding down. It feels like with Chris Jericho.
Oh no, he's just ready to go.
Yeah, baby. It's like sure, like 2 or 3 years from now, I could be back in WWE.
I think as long as he takes care of his body and he's continued to do it, so he hasn't quite gotten out of practice. You think?
So it's not. So this is the argument I've always made about Chris Jericho is it's not about practice. It's not even really. Chris Jericho understands the psychology of professional wrestling. He is really.
Former?
I would say, yes, he is the ultimate WWE guy. And that's why sometimes I think that AEW doesn't understand what they have with Chris Jericho. And even though I think he likes the freedom of AEW and they just leave him alone, he is a WWE guy through and through in that he's a entertainer. He doesn't have to do anything in the ring other than like psychology. I remember back when Jericho made his comeback and for like 6 weeks he would come out and not say anything.
What was his comeback? Like, I don't know. I
just remember him from which one? There's so many of them.
The list is what I know him from. Like,
sure, and that's such a small blip. There was one point where he came back, okay?
Okay.
And he would come out to the ring and grab a microphone and act like he was going to talk and people would just boo and boo and boo. And he'd just set it down and leave. And then the next week he'd do the same, and it just got louder and louder. And basically, it was
people were mad that he wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, he was, and it was basically, I'm not going to talk until y'all shut up. And it was absolutely phenomenal. But he's had, I mean, he was Y2J when he first came to WWE. They had the countdown. He is going through a plethora of different characters, and they've almost all. He was Raw as Jericho. That's why I say when I say he's on a short list of the GOATs, he has reinvented himself and kept himself relevant for so long in professional wrestling that you can't. It's hard to dislike Jericho. It's easy to talk shit about him, but it's hard to ultimately be disrespectful and dislike Chris Jericho because he is. I mean, when ultimately pretty soon I want to do a top 25, top 50, and top 100 of professional wrestlers of all time, our favorite. Jericho has to be in the top 5.
I mean, I'd be interested in doing that because I think it would be an interesting list. There's so many people I still don't know. So
that's for that. Last thing here is this one's kind of interesting. Rusev, our boy Rusev, Miro, has been rumored that he's going to be in Las Vegas for the WrestleMania weekend for some event. It's not a WWE related event. Okay, he's just there, but come on, we know what that means, right?
He's coming back.
We know what that has to mean. With the rumors right now are that he's re-signed with WWE. That's the rumor going around.
Was his AEW contract up?
Yeah, he's done. He's done with AEW. He's a free agent 100%. Right. Now they're saying the rumor is that Lana's. Did you know him and Lana remarried or back together?
No, I knew that they were divorced.
After they split up for a while, looks like they've kind of found love again. They're back. Love.
I'm glad for them.
Back in love.
I liked Lana and Rusev together. I don't know what happened to them, but as long as they're happy and back together, I like it. Yeah,
but so it feels like the stars are kind of aligning and that Rusev's coming back. There has to be a little bit of a worry at this point. We've got to start having a conversation about the AEW We Tried reunion tour, right? We tried AEW. Mm-hmm. It wasn't what we thought. The grass wasn't greener on that side now because now we got Andrade who left and came back.
Okay.
Right? Looks like Rusev's going to be a guy who left and came back.
What about Aleister Black or whatever his name is?
Aleister Black is going to be one. CM Punk you could throw into that category, right? Saraya possibly could be one that comes back. So now we've graduated just from the idea of there's a group of people who leave WWE and go to AEW to now there's a group of people who leave WWE, go to AEW, and they come back. Who's next, right? Is it Adam or Adam?
Mighty Mouse.
No, Adam. What is Adam Cole? Adam Cole could come back.
Adam Cole.
You do have to start questioning, though, are there spots for all these people?
I don't think so.
Right? Because we also got to talk about, we got Ray Phoenix and Penta that came over from AEW. What we don't want is for the argument to get turned around. I don't want to look up in 2 or 3 months and go, this looks a lot like all the guys who were in AEW, right?
True.
I don't want that as well.
Well, I just told you earlier when we were watching, I was like, man, there's a lot of like Mexican wrestlers right now.
Sure, and that's great. The lucha scene's seeing a huge resurgence. What I will say is interesting to me, Lauren. It looks like Penta has found success, right?
Okay.
Looks like a mainstream star in WWE. It looks like his brother, Ray Phoenix, it seemingly is going to find that same success, the WWE style. You assume that Rusev comes back, he finds that success. I don't know that Andrade's necessarily found that success, so I don't know if I made that argument. But if a bunch of these guys from AEW come back and they find success, it's going to poke holes in the idea that, like in AEW, where you can kind of have your own ideas and your own opinions and these things, you're going to start to see that why can these guys get over in WWE, but they can't in AEW? Yeah. It's really going to strengthen the argument that the WWE formula is what works in professional wrestling.
True.
To me, that is what's interesting. But
yes, sir.
Reality, I'll take anybody who's willing to come back like CM Punk and integrate and create great stories. I don't care who it is. I'll take Rusev back. I'll take Adam Cole back. I'll take Malachi Black back. As long as the biggest problem is, let's not compile up a roster of guys who are just sitting on a shelf because they wanted to come back. Hey, let's let some of these guys have some run in NXT. I think that's good. We saw Ricky Starks or Ricky Saints more. He won the United States or the North American Championship. Shout out to him.
I heard you watching the other day, and I knew it was him by his voice, and I was like, all
he
right,
looks like he's having a fucking blast.
That's awesome. I think that's where he's meant to be.
He did this. I gotta show you this scene after we're off.
Okay.
He did this move. It was phenomenal, right? So he climbs up in NXT. They have the barricade, and the crowd's like right on the barricade.
Yeah.
And he walks the barricade, and he kind of fucking does like a little strut.
Yeah.
And he kisses his hand, and he'll kiss women's foreheads as he goes by, and they love it. The bitches all fucking
like, yes,
yeah, it's awesome. Like, he's good. Like, he's fun. He's gonna be a star. Like, there's no doubt he's gonna be a star.
You know what I love? I watch these TikToks. I'm not gonna lie. It's of like these women who go to wrestling with their husbands, and it's the looks that they give to the wrestlers, and you see the husband look at them like, you better not be looking at them.
Don't take them there if you don't take them if you don't want that look. That's funny. That we talk about wrestling being a visual sport, though, but that's the reality. Wrestling's a visual sport. You have to
the
know.
men wear the men panties, the girls wear the girl panties. You know.
Yes, it is. It's visual.
Exactly.
All right, Lauren. Quick game of 10 questions. I know you didn't prep for it, but do you want to do a quick game of 10 questions?
Sure. Let's
go.
So,
same rules apply. Do you want the easy mode where you can look at the roster?
No, I like to go.
So, but it's WWE only then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me make sure I have my person here.
Sorry, my allergies are killing me today, guys.
Okay, I have my person.
All right.
10 questions. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and drop one on me.
Is it a girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Good start.
Do they have blonde hair?
No. 2. That's 2.
Okay. Are they brunette?
That means dark hair, right?
Yes, like black, brown, no colored hair.
Can't have any color in it?
No.
No.
Okay. Do they have colored hair?
There's some color in there. That's
in
3.
Blue?
Yes. Is that 2 questions or is that?
That was 2 different questions. I'm on 4 questions right now.
Okay. 4 questions.
Are they biracial?
No. 5.
Okay. Are they Asian?
No. 6.
It's not Asian. It's not Oscar, man. That shot me right down.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So not Asian, They're not biracial. Are they white?
Yes. 7.
White with blue hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have no fucking idea. Do they have short hair? Like here or shorter?
In the picture, she has a ponytail and it's at her shoulder, so I'm assuming when she lets it down, it's long. Let's go long hair.
Okay, she's
What's
a
that, 8?
ponytail. She's white.
You got 2 more?
She doesn't have blonde
2
hair.
questions?
But she said she has brown hair and it's blue. Brown and blue hair. A white girl with brown and blue hair?
Yep.
So it's not Selena Vega. It's not.
Did you say Selena
it's not
Vega?
Selena. It's Selena.
Zelina.
Sorry, Zelina Vega. It's not Zelina Vega. It's not. Can't be Liv Morgan. She has colored hair. It can't be. I thought it was Asuka. I thought maybe it was. What's her name? Mia Yim.
Michin?
Michin.
Mia Yim. I think you combined her 2 names.
Yeah. It's not her.
Nope.
It's not Nia Jax.
Nope.
It is not Tiffany Stratton.
We have 2 questions. You can use questions.
Okay.
You can not just eliminate everybody.
Are they under the age of 30?
Shit, that's a tough question.
You just Google it and ask how old they
I
are.
think so, but that's always a hard one.
Just look up their age.
I am. That's what I'm doing right now. Yes, under the age of 30.
Okay, they're under the age of 30.
1 question remaining.
I have no idea who this is, and I'm probably going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't think of that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little tough. This is probably hard mode on this one. Although I'll say can't say that. Can't say that.
You said they're just in WWE, so like Raw or SmackDown, right?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
I was going to give you a clue, but I think it's too much because it immediately eliminates down to like 4 people if I give you the clue.
Fuck it, give me the clue.
No, I can't. I can't break the after 10.
Ew. Okay.
We can go into a bonus round where I give you a clue.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're white, blue, brown hair.
Mm-hmm.
Are they with Chelsea Green?
No, that's 10. You got to make a guess.
Give me a bonus.
You got to make a guess. Once you get it incorrect, we'll officially end the game. Then you can have a bonus round for a quarter of a point.
All right. It's the redhead and brown haired girl from Cora Jade. I was going to say the girl who was with Chelsea Green, the redhead one. That used to be part of the Witches. Yes.
Blue hair?
I was just throwing a name out there. I can't think of anybody else who has blue hair.
Okay. So here's your bonus mode question for anybody who's playing while listening. She is one of the champions. She is a current WWE champion. One of the titles, not a WWE champion. She holds a title in WWE right now.
Okay, so I know there's Tiffany Stratton.
Bum 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 woo! Bum 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 woo! Bum 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 woo!
Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? I feel like my ear. I don't know. Just tell me.
Dun 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 woo! Dun dun dun.
It's not Charlotte Flair.
Dun 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 woo!
Who is that?
Lyra Valkyria.
Oh yeah, I was never gonna guess that. I know she's like the champion, but I don't know who she is.
She has blue hair, black, kind of brownish and black blue hair. Okay. She's champion. Her song goes dun dun dun, and then the crowd goes woo! Dun dun dun.
I'm sorry, I failed you guys. I got to take a Lyra Valkyria refresher class.
You don't have to because I don't know how long she's gonna be champion.
I get her and the redhead, I think, mixed up. I think they're the same person in my mind.
Not even close. I mean, I wouldn't even say close. She's Irish.
I don't know.
Before we wrap up, Lauren, huge shout out to all the new YouTube subs this week. Luke Purse, Jody Martin. I am Jeff McMuffin. That's a great name. I am Jeff McMuffin.
I like
That's
it.
a great name. Stuart Stoll, D McKinney, 248. Simply Hardy, Javier Baruso, and Dagan Shepherd. Shout out to them. Y'all showed out this week.
Sir.
Thank you for subbing to the channel. The race to 10,000 continues, Lauren. We're pushing.
Right,
we're pushing. We're trucking along. The focus is YouTube now. So anybody who watches on TikTok, There's not going to be a lot on TikTok. There's not going to be a lot on Instagram. The Discord is going to be strictly for like a hangout. It's like the Clubhouse now. Mm-hmm. I want to promote these episodes on YouTube. So anybody who, if you could do me a favor, all my boys in the Discord, comment on the YouTube about the episode.
Yeah.
Then we can take the conversation back to the Discord and have the fun conversations. But just like do me a favor and drop a comment on the YouTube video about this episode. Something. Ask a question, whatever. Just play the fucking YouTube game. Help me. YouTube doesn't like that we take all our conversations to Discord.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't always push the episodes. So just do me a favor. Just write something. It doesn't matter what it is, right?
Yes,
Thank you to anybody who joined the Discord this week. There was a few new members I noticed. It's the most magical community in the world, Lauren. Mm-hmm. Is my wrestling best friends. Like we have fun. I've got a couple ideas. I got to talk to Wavy D. I want to start a video game night.
For sure.
I want to maybe sacrifice one of the wrestling nights for a video game night, something like that. But we'll make it happen. And yeah, I already went over that. But that's it. That's going to do it for today.
Yes, sir.
Charlotte got checked. The Houston Cougs have an opportunity to take me to the promise. It's not about them winning. I could care less. I could care less about the Houston Cougars winning a national champion. It is more about me getting to raise my banner up. That's what it's about. That's all I care about, right?
All right.
Shout out to Kevin Owens. Hope you get better and come back with a bionic spine. That's my dream, is they figure out some magical recipe to have you back sooner rather than later. Don't forget to check the Casual Wrestling merch store. The new gear will be dropping next week.
I'm stealing this hoodie from you, by the way, because it's
I'm
so
making you a
comfortable.
hoodie. Your hoodie comes out next
I get my
week.
own hoodie?
Yeah, your hoodie comes out next week. It'll be a different skull, but it will be very similar to this one right here. I am the notorious Dirty D. That is Level Up Lauren. This was CWCD. Stay casual, wrestling world. Ring the final bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
Head down, we're ready to rumble. The casual pod don't stumble.